Good news if you're using a modern version of Adobe Photoshop, because web support is now built right in. That means if you have Photoshop version 23.2 or newer, you can open and save WebP image files without downloading old plugins or extra workarounds. In this video, I'll show you exactly how to open a WebP file in Photoshop, how to save your work back out as WebP, and which export option to use, depending on whether you want lossless quality or smaller file size. If this tutorial helps, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe for more quick Photoshop tips and software guides. Alright, let's jump in. First, let's open a WebP file in Photoshop. At the top of Photoshop, click File, then choose Open. If you prefer the keyboard shortcut, you can press Ctrl+O on Windows. A file browser window will appear, so browse to the folder where your .webp image is stored. Select the file you want, then click Open. Photoshop should load the WebP image just like any other supported format. If the file doesn't open the way you expect, there's one thing worth checking. Make sure the image is in RGB color mode, because Photoshop primarily works with standard 8-bit RGB channels for WebP editing. That matters if you're working with web graphics, icons, or images that were saved in a different color profile or mode. In most cases though, modern Photoshop versions will open WebP files smoothly, with no extra setup at all. Now let's move on to saving an image as WebP. This part is especially useful if you're preparing graphics for websites, blogs, social media, or any project where smaller file sizes matter. Keep in mind that Photoshop protects your master project file, so if you're working with a complex document that has multiple layers, the WebP option may not appear under the regular Save As menu. Instead, it will usually be available under Save a Copy. To do that, go to File, then choose Save a Copy. On Windows, the shortcut is Ctrl+Alt+S. Once the Save window opens, look for the Save As Title Format drop-down menu. Click it and select WebP, shown as WebP or WebP, depending on your version of Photoshop. After that, give your file a name, choose the folder where you want to save it, and click Save. At this point, Photoshop will display the WebP Options dialog box. This is where you choose how the image will be compressed. If you want the highest possible quality with no loss, select Lossless. This is a great choice for logos, UI elements, text-heavy graphics, and images where every detail matters. If your goal is a smaller file size for faster loading on the web, choose Lossy instead. Then adjust the quality slider, usually somewhere around 70 to 80, for a balanced result. That range often gives you a good mix of visual quality and compression. Once you've chosen your settings, click OK, and Photoshop will save the file as a WebP image. That's it. Now you know how to open WebP files and save them correctly in Adobe Photoshop using the built-in support. No plugins, no complicated setup, and no extra downloads required. If you found this walkthrough helpful, please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next Photoshop and editing tutorial. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.